Welcome back, guys. We've got the Land Rover behind us. After yesterday, I'm honestly dreading this. I absolutely hate working on Land Rovers. I really like having the Land Rover, I like driving them, but I absolutely hate working on them. Everything's just so big and heavy and dirty and old. It's just so stressful working on them. But we've got the Land Rover here. We need to carry on getting it prepped, because as you did or did not know, we're taking this on True Rally. It kind of started off as like a dare, and then it kind of went to having quite a lot of actually thinking this is a great decision, this is great fun, it's going to be hilarious. Then yesterday I kind of started to regret that decision, but we're committed, we're going to get it done, and we're going to take it on True Rally. So we're going to be driving 3 days, about 500 or 600 miles. Oh my god, it's such a bad decision. Yeah. Other than yesterday, it wasn't ready at all. So we did a lot of things last episode, so we need to fill it up with oil and make sure it's not leaking. We've got a new oil filter. We need to change all the brake pads all the way around, and we need to do some other things as well. So without further ado, let's just get started. Right, so I've cleaned off the oil filter housing with some sandpaper, and I've just cleaned off the surface, so that's all clean. Now this is the oil filter. So I'm not going to pre-fill it. Actually, I am going to pre-fill it because there's no harm in pre-filling it, because it's literally just push up. But I've never really been someone that's been too bothered about pre-filling it and stuff. So we'll just pre-fill a little bit. We don't need it all the way full. There we go, that'll do. And then we'll just use this bit of oil just to rub around here so lightly. Let's put the oil filter back on. Oh, I pray this better fix it. I pray this better fix it. Right, and then it takes, because we do need to do a little bit of inspection, because it's getting oil up here as well. I don't know why, but you can see it around the side of the head. It's still, so there's something going on as well at the side. So I'm gonna have a quick look. I have a feeling it might be this pipe, because it's wet around the side of that pipe, unless it's the actual rocker cover, which might be potential. But once we get it up and running, we'll clean all this down, and we'll have a look, see if we can see where it's coming out. But I don't think the oil down there is related to this oil up here, because this is dry, and the oil down there is a constant wetness dripping. So I think we do have another oil leak up here from the rocker cover potentially, but I think that was a separate leak. So it takes 6.7, I almost fell over there, 6.7 litres of oil, and it's a 1540. So we've got some good shit here, not because I wanted to put the good shit in, only because the good shit was the cheapest shit. So let's put in 6.5 litres or so. And then my battery is luckily charged overnight as well. I thought there might be a shit battery, like a dead battery, but luckily it just needed charging. So I've charged it and that's full, which is good news. Right, we're just below max, so let's get the battery, let's fire her up, let's run her up, and let's pray she's not leaking, and then we can top her up once the oil has got around everywhere. Let's see if it does just start. I've never had an issue with the battery, so I can't see why it wouldn't. Pray for no oil leaks, come on. Lovely. Right, I had it running for about 5 minutes, checking all around the sump, all around the oil filter, even looking on top of the car to see, I can see where that oil, you know, from the rocker cover is coming from, and I can't see anything. So I actually think that it's been just like pissing past the seal of the oil filter, and it's just been coating everything, because everything around there is wet. That's what I think's been happening. I think we do potentially need a rock cover anyway, but I don't think that's that bad, so I'm happy with that. Let's move on to the next install, guys. Bloody hell. Let's have a bloody minute, shall we? Let's have a little read of my magazine, my favourite magazine on Readly, which is not to do with cars, it's to do with history. You should know this by now, I'm a history geek. Now, not only can you access thousands of history magazines, you can actually access thousands of car magazines and thousands of other different topics as well. In fact, there's actually over 6,000 magazines on the app which you can access on your phone. Now, that includes magazines that were released this week or magazines that were released bloody years ago. You can actually read and access those magazines when you have no data, because have you noticed this with phone? Why
Why are phones going backwards? Have you noticed this? I never get data anywhere anymore. This is actually a legit rant, I'm not even gonna lie. As well as downloading, you can actually bookmark pages as well, so you can easily return back to them. My favourite thing about Readly is that you can actually search keywords and key phrases, and it actually comes up with the magazines and the pages that those keywords are in. So when I'm doing things like reviews or looking for paint colours for cars and things like that, it's honestly amazing. When you first sign up for Readly, it actually asks for your favourite subjects, so that's why my homepage is littered with cars and history. So Readly are actually offering you a 2 months free subscription, and you can cancel anytime using my link. It will be in the description. Trust me, you need a break, guys. You need a break. Definitely use my link. It helps me, it helps you, it helps them, it helps the world go round. Hopefully one day it will help us so much that I don't have to deal with terrible cars like this. It's probably not going to. Thanks to Readly for sponsoring this video. My brew's almost done. Let's go out and have a great time.
Right, next we've got to change the brake pads all the way around, because they're either low all the way or like they're wearing really weird. Got some, I've never heard of this company, Adora performance brake pads, because they were cheaper than the non-performance. I think the fronts were like £18 and the rears were like a tenner. Absolute bargain, mate. The good thing about these is, these cars with this, the Land Rovers, you can just jack one wheel up at a time and just do that. Because if you actually want to jack the whole front or rear of a car up on the Land Rover, it's a nightmare. Like, it's not even a it's terrifying. I absolutely hate jacking this car up when you've got to like do wheel off jobs, like, you know, or like high up jobs.
I actually got to fix a load of lights as well, because a few of my indicators aren't working and stuff. Now, just to give you an example of how big this car is, the wheel nuts are 27 millimeter for a bloody wheel nut. Now you all might be thinking, why is this even worth it, taking it on the rally? Well, probably not, but I've got a image in my head of a picture that I want, and it's going to be worth it, hopefully. Obviously, because, you know, we always take photographers and videographers and everything on the rallies, so I had like a picture of like, well, everyone's wearing Christmas jumpers, and the girls who are coming out wearing like Santa Claus outfits kind of thing, but obviously the women, so like, you know what I mean. So I have like an idea of like a Christmas tree on the roof, all wrapped in lights, like a shot about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, we've got lights on the disco hanging out the windows, like that's my idea. So hopefully photographer Rob and Liam can make that happen. Okay, so the fronts don't even need changing. Like, the fronts have got loads on. Well, this side does anyway. I don't know if I checked the other side. We're also missing a split pin, which isn't ideal, so I'll make something of the sort for that. This split pin down here isn't exactly tight, it's just there to stop the pads falling out, so we'll use something to make a split pin. Let me get the other side wheel off, because I'm really confused right now, I'm not gonna lie, because I swear I looked at that side and it was pretty much empty. Right, okay, so this side isn't that low, but this side is. So we've either got a little bit of uneven wear on this side, or similar to what happened with the X5, one's brake pads is that old, it's just started like breaking down. So these are like Brembo calipers, these are great. So all you gotta do is take the split pin out. Even better than Brembo calipers, because Brembo calipers are a nightmare to get these out of. Take this little split bit out, pull them out, pull the pads out, simps. So we're gonna change the front pads as well. I mean, we bought them now, they're 18 quid, why in the hell not? Right, so take those little split pins out, keep them safe. And these might just, okay, so this one is definitely not happy. This one here, let's try to free them up a bit. A lot of times it's when people don't grease them as well. I've always found that greasing is a good idea, especially on older cars. Each their own, but I always grease what I'm gonna do, do you know what I mean? Because what happens then is that you can actually get, if you don't grease them, the actual sliding bits on the side, they can get seized. When the piston retracts, the pad will stay there. Just keep working it out side by side. Now, yeah, good job of changing these. There we go, there's one. And now they should be pop back pistons, so you should just be able to get a screwdriver in there and wind, push them back in. It's always me, innit? We're unfortunately going to have to take these apart and clean them, because the pistons, as you can see, are full of shit. I've got these three moving, these three are okay, but this bottom one over here obviously I've just weighted the other 3 to, obviously I've tried to pop them out a bit more so I can clean them. As you can see, there's so much dirt and rust on there. Well, this one, the pedal was super hard and then it went pop, and then it's kind of popped the seal out with it. So I'm gonna have to take it apart, clean it up, and see if we can reuse that. So this side caliper is all the pistons are full of rust, full of shit. Come back to this side, I'm like, is it just that side? Let's just have a look before you make a decision on what you want to do, Lee. Same again, they're a bit better on this side, but they're just seized, mate. Like, they'll push, and I would probably just say it, you know what I mean? If I'm just like driving around local, I'll probably just say what's the worst that could happen? Obviously the caliper just seizes and then, well, whatever. But like, there's no way I'm driving these to Scotland. And I've had a look, and not only that, this disc is as well. So it's gonna have to be new discs, new calipers, new pads on the front, and what the odds of the rears being the same? High, to be fair. And just the cost to do all that, and the stress to do all that before next week. I have like maybe 2 or 3 days before the rally. You know, you're looking £100 per caliper. You might be able to get them cheaper from like a Jag place, maybe 150 quid, you know, for 2. That's £300 on calipers. Then the discs, they're probably about 50 quid each. You know, I'm looking like £500, £600 just to take this car, and it would already be stressful enough as it is taking this that far. And the rally itself is always stressful enough for me because I've got 50 people to look after, and just having this as well, it's just not going to work. So I'm pissed off. But sometimes you've got to just make reasonable decisions, and this is a reasonable decision. So unfortunately, we're not going to be taking the disco, and I'm annoyed because I've just bought those steering arms, I've just done all the sump, and I've done all that, and I had a horrible day yesterday. But I'm annoyed. I'm really annoyed, and I'm more annoyed that the most reliable car that I've got is that X5. Okay, so surprisingly, I've got the rears moving. And I've actually got the pistons pushed back in. This one was a little bit harder to get in than that one, so I've just pushed it out and cleaned it and pushed it back in, pushed it out, pushed it in, pushed it back out. And these are actually fine now, so the discs are okay in the back as well. So at least we don't need rear calipers and rear discs, which is good news. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to put the new brake pads in on this side, and also do the same to the side. And if, this is a big if, and if we can get the rear ones okay, maybe I'll think about getting some disc and calipers from the back, if I can get them cheap enough, and if I can get them here on time. But let's just relax, let's not get ahead of ourselves. If. Right, that's the pads in the back. These actually come with wear sensors. Okay, this side was a bit more of a faff, but I actually managed to get the pistons in and everything's working, so maybe I'm not giving up so easily, guys. Maybe I'm not giving up so easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how much discs are online and where I can get them from, and I'm going to see if I can get any calipers. There's no point buying second-hand ones. I think they're just going to be exactly the same, unless I can get some pictures and stuff of the pistons looking in good nick. I don't think I'll be able to get a rebuild kit here in time and rebuild the calipers before the rally. I think it'll just be a nightmare, because I'm literally going picking up a new shell of a car on Monday, which I can't wait to show you. Yes, we're doing an engine swap or something, hint hint, on Monday. Friday I've got drifting, Saturday's a rally, so, and I've got more shit to do between that as well, so I've got to wait for delivery and then rebuild them, which potentially could be an absolute nightmare as well. So let me just go and do some research while I go to the toilet, okay? Yes, that means I'm having a poo. I actually don't know what to do here, because I kind of really want to take it. I hate quitting. I've got the backs on, they're fine. I think I am going to need 2 front calipers. I've had a look, I can get them online for like £95 delivered, which isn't too bad for 2, and I can get the disc for like £25 each, so it's going to be like 150 quid to get it back up on the road. But they're only going to get delivered on like Wednesday, which means I'm going to have to do them when I don't know, I'm going to have a think today and just fully think about what I want to do, because, you know, I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm starting to prioritize not getting stressed, because I get stressed way too much and way too easy. But first of all, we have got some lights out, so the annoying thing is having so many cars is that you always forget where the hazards are. Where are the... Oh. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've got a couple of bulbs out. So, indicator, indicate. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is that legal? I technically got an indicator. Do they have to be matching? Because there's no indicator over here. And there's nothing. That's fine by me. Indicator here, indicator here. Oh, indicator here and indicator here. Right, let's have a look at these and see if we can see if this is the bulbs, because it is pretty not good not having indicators. Oh yeah, that's bollocks. That's a 501 bulb. My Halfords days coming in clutch. A 501. In fact, I might have some 501s lying around. Oh, there's a ton of indicators in here. 382s. Why is there so many 382s in here? Oh, there's no... Oh. There's literally not even a bulb in there. There's no bulb holder. What's this here? What is this here? That looks like... Is this the indicator? Oh no, that's ruined. Right, looks like we're not having a front indicator. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna have to get one break in for that, I think. Let's see if everything else works. So we've got... Our lights should be on there. Oh yeah, they are, yeah. Right. Headlight. Oh! Look at this, mate. MOT ready, boy. She's MOT. She's actually MOT ready. Oh, how are we going to test the brake light? Let's just get a jack handle. If this works, you're now going to have to call me a genius. Wait, are they... Can't tell if they're just the lights. Okay, so we've got a bulb out here. So that's a twin filament bulb, which means that's a 380. You would think 382 means twin filament, but it doesn't. Is it in here, or do we take the light off? Surely there's... Fucking hell, I forgot how light it is. So I've got the bulb out, and the bulb is like absolutely fine, which is not what you want really, because that means we've got a bigger issue. Oh, the joy. The fucking... Oh, I just shot something out. No, that's not ideal. No, I bet f***ing works. Oh, great. Oh my god, it's not going to plan, is it? Have I got the wrong bulb holder? Because there's only 2 pins. Surely there should be 3, right? If it's a 380. That's a 3 pin. I know. Let's take the bulb out of this one, and let's put this bulb in, and then that means we've got a good bulb and a good bulb holder, and that means that hopefully I'm a genius. Now this means that this one does go in here because it's got 3 got 3 prongs. That tightens. So that's our lights. No, that's the brake. Wait, now watch this. If I take this off, it'll go less bright. Right, yeah. And now we should have... Oh shit, our lights aren't working. Well, at least we've got a brake light. Now, what's more important, a brake light or a tail light? I would probably say a brake light. Okay, I've got brake lights now. I don't know why I'm not getting a tail light, but I've got way too many things to do today, and I kind of want to get this car out my sight. So I'm gonna have to end the video here, guys. I'm gonna go and have a look and see what I want to do regarding these front brakes, because I honestly don't know what I want to do. But I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna say, I don't even know what to say to you guys, but I should have done these things not all at once, and then it would have been fine. It's kind of like my own fault for like waiting till the last minute to do everything, because I should have just done little bits and bobs, and really it's just sat there, and I just take out, abuse it, and park up and never touch it again. So we got a couple lights to fix. We've got a few things to do. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the brakes, because I don't want to rush, I don't want to stress, but for now I've got to go and edit a load of videos and edit some things. So I love you all, and we'll see you in the next one.